In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a dot plot using StatKey. So here is the main StatKey page. Now what we've been doing in this module so far is we've been looking at ways to summarize both categorical and quantitative data with numeric summaries and different types of graphs. And so if you'll notice, this section of the website says descriptive statistics and graphs. Descriptive statistics is the same thing as the numerical summaries that we've been looking at. And you'll notice underneath here we have quite a few options. So we already looked at ways to summarize categorical variable, and many of those ways you can actually use StatKey to create the plots or calculate those proportions for you by clicking on the one categorical. But we're going to create a dot plot in this video, which is for a single quantitative variable. So if we click here, StatKey will always automatically have a data set loaded. So in this case, the mammal longevity data set is kind of the default one, but we would like to enter our own data. So one way we can do that is we can click on Upload File. And remember, the data that we've been working with is the serial data set. So what you'll do on your computer, you're going to navigate to where you have the serial data set downloaded. So on my computer, it's right here. Now it does have to be in a CSV format in order for StatKey to open it. So notice I've got serial.csv, and I've got, when we click on here to open, it's going to open up the full data set for us. And we have to tell StatKey which variable it is that we're interested in. So this particular dot plot that we've been looking at was for calories. So if we come up here and click on set calories, it will highlight that data, and then if we click OK. And what you should see here is this is the exact same dot plot that is located in your notes, but let's just take a moment and look here. First of all, if we look over here in the summary statistics, you'll see sample size is 74. The reason for that is there are 74 different serial types in this data set. Also, StatKey goes ahead and calculates the mean, standard deviation, minimum, Q1, median, Q3, and maximum of this data set. Now we haven't talked about these different types of numeric summaries yet. We're actually going to talk about those in Module 4, but you could always come back to this video and use the same steps in the future to calculate these different quantities. But again, we're focused on the dot plot. And so looking here at the dot plot, notice as we hover over the different dots, we see that each of these dots has a value of 110. Each of these dots has a value of 120, 130, and 140, and so on. There are 74 dots on this plot, and that's because dot plots for each and every single data point is going to be represented by its own dot. Now one downside to using StatKey is they do not automatically put a title on the plot. So if you were going to create this or use this plot, you would want to go ahead and put a title on it whenever you paste it into your document. And you'll notice that I've done that in the notes. And then also, you could also toggle here to get a histogram or a box plot of this data. And so we'll talk about histograms and box plots later on in the notes.